Welcome back to Speed Society. Today we're diving into the all-new 2026 Kawasaki KLR 650, what's changed, what remains iconic, and whether it's still that dual-sport workhorse you've heard about. 1. Overview and positioning. For 2026, Kawasaki reaffirms the KLR 650's role as a rugged, no-nonsense dual-sport machine built for both pavement and dirt. It keeps the same 652 cubic centimeters single-cylinder core and continues to be pitched as an accessible adventure bike for riders who want versatility without over-engineering. The model comes in two main flavors, ABS and non-ABS, and two color schemes, Pearl Solar Yellow and Metallic Spark Black. 2. Engine and performance. Under the skin, the 2026 KLR 650 remains largely unchanged from its recent predecessors. Key specs: 652 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled, single-cylinder, DOHC engine. Bore and stroke, 100.0 by 83.0 mm, compression ratio 9.8 to 1. Peak output is listed at 40 horsepower at 6,000 revolutions per minute and 39.1 lb-ft at 4,500 revolutions per minute. The takeaway: it's not about blistering speed, but usable, rideable torque and enough grunt to get you into and out of off-road sections with confidence. 3. Chassis, suspension and ergonomics. The 2026 model continues with the familiar dual-sport suspension and chassis setup. Front, 41 mm telescopic fork with 7.9 in travel. Rear, unitrack single shock with adjustable rebound and preload, roughly 8.0 in travel. Frame, tubular semi-double cradle design, ground clearance 8.3 in. Seat height 34.3 in. This geometry puts the KLR in a class where taller riders will feel comfortable, and the long travel suspension gives it genuine trail credibility. 4. Practical specs and usability. Some practical figures worth noting. Fuel capacity, 6.1 gallons, 23 L. Wet weight, ABS variant approximate 460.6 pounds, 209 kg. Wheel setup, front 90/90-21, rear 130/80-17, typical dual sport sizing that favors off-road capability. For everyday use, it means you get an adventure bike stance with real fuel range and trail-capable wheel/tire sizing. 5. What's new versus what's carried over. The 2026 iteration doesn't bring dramatic changes. The mechanicals remain mostly the same as previous years. Kawasaki's update focuses on packaging, color options, and minor refinements rather than a full redesign. What you're essentially getting: a proven platform, refreshed aesthetics, and the familiar dependable DNA of the KLR. If you liked previous KLRs, you'll feel right at home. 6. Who it's for and verdict. This bike appeals to riders who value versatility, simplicity, and robustness over high-end performance. If you want one bike that can commute during the week, tackle light off-road on weekends, and carry touring gear without fuss, this fits the bill. On the flip side, if you're chasing sport performance, high top speeds or ultra-premium tech, then you might look elsewhere. In short, the 2026 KLR 650 remains very much the jack-of-all-trades dual sport. My verdict: if you've been waiting for an ADV